Alright. Welcome back to another stream. I have been gone for a while because I was super sick. And then, on top of that, I busted up my knee. So, I've been having lots of fun the last little while. But anyway, so, first of all, wanted to apologize for not being able to be here for a little bit of time. But I am back and I am ready to play some more Walking Dead role-playing game by Free League Publishing based on their Year Zero system. And if I remember correctly, which I might be wrong because it's been a while, last time we met with the bunker people and we learned a little bit. We got some supplies and things. They needed some sort of like tools or something. And also, Kate convinced Betty that there might be a cure, and so they don't want to kill any more of the dead because Kate is broken. But anyways, we are going to go ahead and get started. So one other thing is we did have a bunch of XP, so I spent a bunch of it. I bought another talent, which was Center of the Storm, so I don't take stress when the threat level goes up to 3. So basically, our guy is just a little harder to get stressed, which I think is good because last time we fought a big swarm like that, we got pretty close to breaking from stress. I think we had 4 stress dice that we were rolling. Also, as you can see, I now have a dice cam. That is one thing I was able to set up while I was out. I kind of figured out how to do it and got the supplies I needed for it. So now you can actually see what I rolled too, which is kind of cool. But, excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and just, we also spent some XP on upping our scout skill. Because why not? So we got some stuff to do today. We're going to work on it, and we're going to get things going here. So, alright. Solo play, blah, blah, blah. If it's not the first session, decide how much time has elapsed since the last session. So we're going to go ahead and say that, like, maybe it's been, we'll say it's like a week that's gone by since last time, which means we got a couple of things to mark off for that. So we don't have any current projects. However, if we've waited another week, John now only needs like 3.5 weeks of recovery until he's recovered from his internal bleeding. Okay, roll for each clock on the challenge sheet. Okie dokie. So the first one we have is the helicopter protected by the old man. That one does not go up, I don't believe. Hold on. I gotta double check. If you roll above the number of filled in segments. Yeah, so we did not roll above the number of filled in segments, so we're good. Okay, then a trapped group is slowly whittling down a swarm that has surrounded them. That one's not going up. A food bank offering large amounts of food, trade, and opportunity. That one does go up. Whoop, wrong click. No, I want to click that one. And, oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, and then the military group that's taking out a swarm to make way for reinforcements. That one also is going up. And then so as you recall, or may not recall, we have an end game currently going on, which is that the military group, they are looking for revenge for the death of their leader at the time. So, but they have a lot of military gear and are very well equipped. I believe when we rolled, they had like a tank, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they had like a tank or something. Yeah, they do have a tank. So they are very well thing. So the last one that we had rolled was, or the last rumor was that there's like a rocket launcher, grenades, or something similar, but it's guarded by the military in this area. We got a 1, so that one is not going to go up because it's at 1. So now we'll roll for the end game, which has 1. So it's going to go up. Then we will also roll for the firefighter faction that we still haven't met yet. It's not going up. And then once for the military faction, it will go up. Bam. Okay, cool. So now we have rolled for all of our clocks. All right, create a new rumor if there are at least 6 or less. There are less than 6. So how I've been doing this, because I have a physical copy of the map, but it's got like grooves and stuff in it. So I've been just rolling a random one between, I think it's A and like, here, hold on. Let me look at my map really quick. A random one between A and P. So we're going to roll for that really quick. Wow, that's really loud in my ear. We're looking at G. So it's going to be G, and then between 1 and 12. Oh, come on, computer. You can do it. And it's going to be G7. So G7. Let's get our challenge sheet. Man, we've got lots of stuff going on in the middle of the map. So G7. And we're going to roll what is the subject of the rumor, which is a 5. An important location or site, and the secondary, there's a walker swarm there. An important location or site. Well, as an important location, we could probably do like a hospital. With walkers trapped inside. Hospital with... I hate when it does this. For some reason, sometimes it doesn't want to let me do my space bar. Hospital with swarm trapped inside. And then we'll roll a random, we'll just roll 1 to 6 what size the swarm is. So it's going to be size 3. And we will fill in the first segment for that. Okay, cool. All right, then we update our Havens projects. We currently don't have any Haven projects going on. We probably could try and do one, though. So what we're going to do is we are going to go down to our, go up to our Haven really quick and see about what we might be able to do. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know that there's like a really good one that we could do. I guess we could, one thing we could do is go to, because there's a farm nearby that we sort of know about. And we could maybe go there and try to get some kind of like permanent food crop going. But I'll be pretty honest, I don't know that that was going to be the best. Because honestly, I think we'll probably end up like going to the bunker. We have a pretty good relationship with the people at the bunker. I think we might kind of make some kind of deal with them where it's like, hey, you let us stay here at the bunker and we'll like go out on runs for you guys and stuff. And I think that might be the way that we kind of do it, but I don't know yet. Let me take a look at some of the Haven projects. Oh, we could teach people. That's a good thing we could do. It takes lots of time, but we could do that. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of things to help increase our like food supply, like beehives or a potato field. We could do a trade route. No, we don't have enough people for that. We already have a simple alarm, simple defenses. We could also build some gear. That might be a good idea. Let me see if we have anybody in the villa who's at tech level 2. No. We have one person who's just normally skilled in tech. Let me see if there's anything that they can make. They could make Molotov cocktails. Or they could repair clothes. But we don't have sewing equipment. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything that we're going to be working on. I guess we could do like I guess we could do like teaching survivors. Teaching survivors takes a month worth of time. So maybe we will have like you would have to have somebody. Okay, here we go. Here's what we'll do. Okay, so the project is training or weapons training, or specifically like distance shooting, like ranged combat training. So it'll be 5 people will get +1 in ranged. So basically, what we're going to do is, how the training thing works is that a single person can teach up to 5 people to train them in a certain skill, but they have to have at least 2 points if it's a PC in it, or they have to be an expert in it. So we have John, the wounded guy who's at our haven, who is an expert in ranged combat. So he's going to teach 5 people to make them trained in gun combat or in ranged combat. So I think we're going to have him teach Nicole, Daniel, Samuel, and Kate. I don't think we're going to have him teach any of the kids, so it's only going to be 4. So we're going to do the 4 people, and they will all become trained in ranged combat. But it takes a month. So we're going to do 4 weeks. So basically, as soon as he's done, workforce is just 1. It's going to be John. Okay. So how this works is at the end of a month, he'll have trained 5 people to be better at shooting. And so we're going to have him train all the other adults. So he was like a military guy, like our character. And so while he's down, he can still teach people how to shoot. So we'll do that. So that's our Haven project. All right, then we are going to decide on a challenge and activate it. So let's take a look at our challenges. I think that... Alright, so we could go up to the food bank place, although we don't really have anything to trade at the food bank. Tell you what, let's go over to our map. Excuse me. Okay, so this is our map. We have this new, somewhere over here, there's a hospital with a swarm in it. Up here is a food bank. There is a helicopter over in this area. Supposedly, I-9. Down here is like the military group and military group. Rocket launcher stuff is over here. And then let's see what else. Somewhere in this general area is the firefighters, who, again, we haven't met yet. Honestly, the other thing is there are a few locations in nearby stuff. So let's see. There was a scientific installation, a museum, a decrepit building that's a hardware store. We've already been there. An office building and a farm, all that are within like a square of where we are. So maybe we should go to, I think we should probably go to the farm. I think the farm is a good call because the people at the bunker, they needed tools. I feel like we probably could find tools at a farm, as well as additional like food, maybe some kind of like crops that we can plant in the future, if not now, and things like that. So I think we're going to go to the farm, which is in area B7. So it is right here. So our haven is in A6, so it's only 2 squares away. And we've already been through this square here because that's where I think the hardware store was. Let me double check. No, that's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's where the hardware store was. So we've already been in this area, so we don't have to roll to scout this area because it's only been like 2 weeks or something since we've been there. So we're going to go into this one, and then we're going to go down to this one, and we're going to attempt to go to this farm. So now we have a plan of what we're going to do. So all right, so we have our challenge. We're going to go try and get some food. I guess it's not really like a big challenge, but we're going on a run. Runs are important. Okay, if appropriate, run a scene where the other NPCs interact with the challenge. I think this is okay. So we're going to be like, hey, we need some people to go out on this run with us. So, who are we gonna take? So, I think that we probably could take... So, Daniel came out this last time. And I think that his character, one of his flaws is he estimates his abilities, or he, I guess not overestimates, what's a good word for it? He lies about the stuff that he does and makes it seem better than it actually was. So, I think we're going to have Daniel come with us because that could cause some issues. And then I think we're going to we'll leave Kate back with the kids and John. We really like Samuel, but Samuel's been spending a lot of time running around with us, and I think he probably should stay with his daughter for a while. So I think we'll take Daniel and Nicole with us. I think that they both would be willing to go, so we're going to take them with us. So we'll have a little thing where we're like, okay, who's coming out on the run with us? Let's go and do this. And then they're like, well, Samuel's like, well, I really want to stay here with my daughter. And we're like, okay, that's fine. And then Samuel's like, well, how about me and my wife? We go with you. And it's like, okay, let's do it. So they both have pistols. Nicole also has basic medical supplies, and so do we. So I think we'll leave our medical supplies at the Haven. I don't think we're going to take them with us because that will give us a little bit more room in our inventory. And yeah. So we're going to leave our basic medical gear because she has some. So worst case scenario, we'll just take the medical gear from her and use up some of hers. Okay. So we are getting ready to go out, and we have a vehicle, so we're going to hop in the vehicle and we're going to travel, embark on the run, or otherwise engage with the challenge, and then return to the haven if we can. All right, so we're going to move into the sector we've already seen before, which is B6, and we don't have to roll for it. And then we will move into the new sector. The new sector, when you move into a new sector, make a scout roll. On a successful scout roll, you get to spot dangers in the sector before they find you and help find ways around roadblocks. Failing the roll means that people or walkers in the sector will spot you first. If you travel by vehicle, you must travel one fewer sector that day, as something is blocking your route. When you go into a sector, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's make our first roll today, which is a scout roll. We get 4 for our wits, 2 for our scout, and we do not have our binoculars anymore because they broke. So we're rolling 6 dice. Oh yeah, look at that. 3 successes. So hopefully you can see pretty well on the little dice cam. It's probably a little blurry because it's not the best camera ever, but these are obviously successes, the little bullseyes, and then the only other number that really matters are these ones on stress dice, these little hands. So those are the ones to keep an eye out for. But anyways, we got enough successes, so we are able to see kind of what's going on in the sector, and we'll be able to find the things. Okay, great. Anyways, all right, so today it's a little bit cloudy, and we are headed into the farm. So because we rolled so high on our scout roll, we're able to find the farm, and we're able to find our way there no problem. So now, originally when we rolled for this location, we got the farm, and then we also rolled for something else. What was the other thing? Let me take a look. I think it's like what's at the farm. That's too far. I gotta look here because I have it in my notes. Let's see here. That's not it on the map. Okay, the farm was number 32 and we rolled a 6 as well. 32 farm. Okay. So number 6 is there's some supplies in the main house, 2 starving horses in the stable, and the door to the house is booby-trapped with a grenade. Interesting. That could be bad. Okay. So we find our way to the farm just fine. We get there. And then let's do a couple of things on the theme oracle for this location. Okay. Actually, I don't know that we really even need to roll on it. We kind of already know what's going on at the farm. I mean, we don't. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, because we'll see what other things. So we rolled well enough on our scout roll. I think we'd see if there's any other kind of dangerous stuff. So we're going to roll on the theme oracle. So it's going to be 15. And we're going to roll one other dice for the side one. 5. 5, number 15 is faith. Okay. This time we'll do it same thing. So faith and number 41 on number 2. Inhumanity. Inhumanity and faith. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So we make it to this farm and we are gonna take a look around. So we're gonna do a scout roll again. This will be important because if we fail this scout roll, I'm gonna say that we do not notice the grenade. However, we are there with 2 other people and they're each gonna help us. So we get 1 extra dice from each person that's gonna be helping us. So we're gonna be looking around the farm. We drive there in the truck. seems pretty clear. We don't see a lot of like people there. We can see the two starving horses, and let's roll. All right, we got 2 successes. Cool. So we are going to be heading into the house. We're getting ready to go in. We open up the door really slowly, and we see like a little tripwire or whatever that's connected to the grenade. So we at this point in time we don't have any tools. So we're gonna say there's like the main house, there's a barn, and there's a shed. So we're going to go over to the barn and we're going to roll a double high, so double likely. The question is, are there tools in the barn? Double high. Oh, 2 sixes. So that's an extreme yes. So we open up the barn and there are a bunch of tools in there. So we're going to say it's enough to make like a toolbox, which is an item that gives, I think, like +2 to tech or something like that. Hold on. I went too far. I don't want hazards. I want gear. There we go. So we're going to say that there's enough to make a toolbox. Yep, which gives us that. We're also going to say that there is... we'll do 1 dice. Because we got an extreme yes, I'm going to say, okay, is there a tractor in the barn? Because I think that's what we'll do for the extreme yes, is there might be additional loot there. So, another extreme yes. So we're going to say, so there is a tractor in there. So now we're going to roll for the quality of the tractor. We're going to roll double high because we got an extreme yes with the tractor. So double high is a 5. So the item quality is okay. So, oh, wait. I think you can actually roll for vehicles. Yeah, vehicle condition, there we go, is 5. Functional, but will break down after driving D6 days if not repaired, and it is half full of fuel. So there's a half full tractor that's there that we might be able to use to help us make like crop fields and stuff at our haven. So that's good for us. All right. I got to write this down. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. Okay, farm has a toolbox worth of tools. Actually, we'll go ahead, because it was a double high, we'll say it's like 2 times toolbox. Then we're going to go with tractor condition 5. Okay. So we find a bunch of nice stuff in the in the barn, but we also find something bad there, we'll say. So inside the barn, because we rolled for inhumanity and faith in the like theme oracles, we're gonna say that there's something inhumane in here. We'll say that there's like a chop, like we're walking around, we're looking at stuff, right? And we'll say that like Daniel finds this chopped up body, just like absolutely cut into pieces, like arm, legs, torso, all kinds of stuff. Just a chopped up body. There's a pool of nasty blood underneath. It smells horrible. And we'll say like the head's missing. I think that's pretty good. The head's missing. So we find this. So let's go ahead and kind of figure out like maybe what happened at this farm and see if our characters can put it together. So we'll say that maybe there was, so because part of it was faith, maybe there was like a church group, that this is like a small church group, like a couple of farmers or whatever. They kind of have their own little like get-togethers on Sundays or something. And when the world went to crap, they all got together. But one of them was kind of going bonkers. and maybe that person started to like kill people. So maybe this is one of the bodies they killed. And as we go through and like roll for it, we'll see if maybe we encounter the crazy person, or maybe see where the other people took care of him and maybe they're hiding somewhere, or like we'll see what's going on. But I think that's what we'll do is like, so this one person in this group of like this church group just started going crazy and started to kill people. Okay, so we've checked out the barn. We did find some tools, and I think we're going to go use those tools to try and disarm the grenade. So we're going to go back to the main house, and we are going to, let's see here. We are going to do a tech roll to try and get that done. So we have a 4 in tech, and because we have tools now, we get an additional 2. So we're rolling 6 dice, and we're going to try and, I think, disarm the grenade. I'll say if we get 1, we're able to disarm it. If we get 2, we're able to disarm it and also save the grenade, like, and then we'll have a grenade. So I think that's what we're going to do. Well, that doesn't really make sense. I guess if we get... Yeah, let's do that. We'll say that this grenade has like a tripwire. So if we get 1 success, we disarm the tripwire. And then we'll also say that the grenade maybe has some kind of like secondary trigger to pull the pin out. If we get 2 successes, we're also able to do that and be able to safely take out the grenade. So we're rolling. Actually, let me see if one of the other 2 is better at that than I am. No, they're not. They're all the same. So we're all the same as far as tech goes. So we are going to do this. All right, rolling. We got no successes. So we are definitely going to push our roll because we don't want this grenade to explode, which it might happen, and then we might die. All right, we did get 1 success. So we're able to disarm the tripwire. We're not able to get the grenade, but we disarm the tripwire. But we also we also mess up. So let's do a roll for messing up. Messing up Oracle. Okay. I think we might do like, we also might just do the mess up is like we disarm it, but it also pulls the pin or something, and so we have a chance to like run for cover before it blows up. Well, we'll see. Let's see what we roll on the mess up Oracle. 11. Alert a nearby swarm by making noise. Raise the threat level 1 step. Okay. Yeah, we'll say that like the grenade, so we disarm the tripwire, but somehow the pin falls out and the grenade's now live. So we'll say we have a chance to like dive away with our mobility. So we'll make a mobility check really quick. Oh, we have 1 stress. I gotta pull that up. Hold on. Wow, we might just blow our character up right here now. That would be sad. Okay, so we jump back off of the porch trying to get away. We do just fine. We got 2 successes. So we're able to jump off the porch. We get behind cover, and then boom! The grenade explodes. Shards of wood go everywhere. The door's completely blown away. We survive the blast. I'm going to say it doesn't hit us. We're able to jump far enough away that we're fine. But the explosion does up the threat level. Now, any walkers within a pretty far radius heard that, and they are on the way this way. Uh-oh. What was that? I just messed something up. Oh, I don't want that. Okay, cool. So the threat level is now at 1. We'll say that we'll roll for a swarm size once we get to threat level 2. to see like how many start coming out toward the farm. All right, so excuse me. All right, so we go inside of the house. Now, inside the house, if I remember right, there are some supplies inside the house. So let's roll and see, is there... We're going to roll a double low. Is there anybody inside the house? I don't think so, because the door's booby-trapped with a grenade. No. Extreme no. Nobody's in this house. So it's very obvious that this place has been emptied out, right? Nobody's inside the little house that's here. It's very empty, which is probably good for us. Now, inside, there are some supplies. So we will do a survival check. So I think each of the characters will do a survival check. And that'll be like looking for like hidden supplies, basically. So each of them is going to get 4 dice, I believe. Yes, they each get 4 dice, and we get 6 dice. So we'll roll for them first. So this is going to be Daniel. Daniel does find something. Here, we'll put it over here. Then we'll roll for his wife, Nicole. She doesn't find anything extra. And then we'll roll for us. We didn't find anything extra. So we're going to roll a couple of times on the scavenging table to see like what kind of supplies are here. See if maybe we find something that's extra good. So I'm going to say, because they say there's some supplies, we're going to do, we're going to do 2d6 and take the higher result. That's how many, because there's some supplies, that's how many times we'll roll on the walker, or not on the walker, on the scavenger table, plus the 1 success from Daniel. So we're going to roll at least 1 plus 4. So we're going to roll 5 times on the scavenging table. We'll do the red is the first number, and then the 2 blacks are going to be the second numbers, whichever order they fall in. So it's going to be 511. 511 is a rifle. So we find a rifle. Let me put this over here. Rifle. Then we're going to roll again on the scavenging table. 141. Whoops, that was a 1. 141 is a parrot named James who would really like a cracker. Interesting. Parrot James. Okay, so that was twice, so we got 3 more. 545. 545 is warm clothes. Okay, so we find some warm clothes. That's good. And then we got 2 more rolls, so 166. 166 is a flashlight. That's good. And last roll, 314. 314 is a fake mustache. We found a fake mustache. Oh, that's exciting. Fake mustache. Okay, and then we're gonna roll 2 dice, add them together. That's how many rations we find. 7 rations. 7 rations. Okay, cool. So those are the things that we find inside the house. Walking around. There's nobody in there. we're able to find some supplies there, and then I think we're gonna move on to the rest of the house. Okay, so there's also a stable because there's horses at the stable. I forgot about that. So the horses are obviously very hungry. Okay, so we also said that there was a shed. So we're gonna go over to the shed. We're gonna roll one dice. Is there anybody in the shed? Yes, there is somebody in the shed. So now we're gonna roll. Is it like the faith theme or the inhumanity theme? Oh, I guess that doesn't really make sense. We'll go with, is it faith theme? No. Is it inhumanity theme? Yes. Okay. So the inhumanity, so we open it up. Now, it could, or let's go and see about opening it up, depending on what's going on. So here's what we'll say. We'll say there's a chance that either we walk in and see something horrific that's been done to some poor person who's in there, or it could be like a horrible person surrounded by the horrible things that they've done. So we're gonna roll and say, is it a... Actually, tell you what, here's what we'll do. There is NPC encounters, so let's roll an NPC encounter. We'll do the red as the 10s. So it's going to be a 53. Oh, okay. Because this will answer the question. So 53 is Luke McGowan. His background is he was an assassin. He's an expert at ranged and close combat and trained in stealth. He never plays by the rules, and his secret issue is he's only loyal to himself. He has a hunting rifle, shovel, knife, a little scooter, some rations, and a pet cat named Cindy. Well, that's gonna eat the stupid parrot, probably. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna say that he was the inhumane member of this like faithful group. Maybe he wasn't part of the like church group. Maybe he just found his way here and turned against this group. You know, like inside the house there were like crosses and like inspirational quotes on the wall and pictures of family and stuff. And, you know, we saw the chopped up body parts and stuff. We're going to go ahead and roll a stealth roll for this guy, Luke. So he gets to roll 5 dice because he's trained. And he got 2 successes. So now we're going to roll against that with our scout roll. So we get 6. And we'll also say we get an extra 2, 1 from each of the other 2 with us who are helping us. As we are approaching this, you know, we already have seen a cut up body, and so we're already a little on edge. So we're gonna roll. Oh, and I have a stress dice, so let's roll that too. We got 2, so we tie his stealth roll. Now I don't really know how these like opposed roll things work for stealth and scout, because this is kind of the first time I think that it's actually come up. Hold on. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. That's not it. Probably is up here then with stealth. Sorry, sometimes I gotta look stuff up. It's not exactly the funnest, but sometimes you gotta do it. Not the most interesting thing to watch either, I'm sure, but whatever. Okay. Oh, this isn't it either. Where the heck are the stupid skills where it goes into depth about them? Here we go. Okay. There's scouts in two types of situations. When attempting overview, a success may let you see there's a sniper hiding in the rooftops. Okay, I'm going to say, so he rolled 2 on his check, which means we would have had to roll 2 to see him. We did roll 2 to see him, so I'm going to say that we get to see him. So we're able to, so we're coming up toward the shed and we see somebody moving around inside. Now, we have an assault rifle. So we pull out our gun. The other two, they pull out their weapons. And we're going to approach it and we're going to say, hey, whoever's in there, come out with your hands up. We don't want to shoot you. We don't want to hurt you. Come on out. So we are now going to roll to see what is his reaction to us. NPC reaction. Oh, hey, look, it says right here, NPC difficulty. If they are standard or trained, you need 1 success. So if he was trained in stealth, we should have only had to roll 1 success. But we got 2, so it doesn't really matter. But that's something to keep in mind for next time. Okay, so now we're going to roll for... Where is this? I know I've got it here somewhere. NPC reactions. So we're going to roll 1d6, see what the NPC reaction is. A 5. They're hostile. Okay, so we say, come out with your hands up. And he says no. Now, he does have a hunting rifle. And he's only loyal to himself, never plays by the rules. And he's hostile. So I think that means that we're just going to go into combat. So he says no. And he pops up and he's going to shoot us. So we get a chance to duck for cover. I don't think we're going to go for cover. I think we're just going to, we're going to stay where we are. He's not going to, he is already in cover, we're going to say, which is kind of a bad thing for us, but that's okay. So then we're going to do range combat. So we're going to have him shoot at our character, we'll say. So he's an expert. Oh, geez, he's going to be really good. Actually, tell you what, we're going to roll 1d6. On a 1 or 2, he shoots us. On a 3-4, he shoots Daniel. And on a 5-6, he's going to shoot Nicole. Okay, he's going to shoot Nicole. So he's shooting at Nicole. Nicole has a pistol. And so she gets a total of 6 dice. This other guy gets a total of 8 dice. Plus another 2 from his rifle. So he gets like 10 dice. So this is going to be bad. So we'll roll Nicole first. Oh, she got 2 successes. That's pretty good. And then the bad guy, he gets 8 plus 2 for his hunting rifle. I believe that's how it goes. Yes. Okay. Wham. He gets 3, which means he is going to hit her. And a hunting rifle, I'm assuming, is just like a normal rifle. So it's going to do 2 damage to her. And since he got more than her, she takes 2 damage. So we're going to go to her, and we're going to give her 2 damage. So he shoots, bam, nails her. He is a much better shot, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, then it is our turn. We get to shoot at him unopposed. We have an assault rifle, which gives us +3. So we get 3 from our assault rifle, plus we have 4 in mobility, I believe. Yep. And 2 in range combat. So we get to roll 9 dice. So we basically just need 2 successes. If we get 2 successes, he dies. We also have 1 stress dice. 2 successes. So our assault rifle does 2 damage plus an additional damage from from an extra hit. So pop 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 pop, we take him out. Now we are going to have the threat level go up because we were shooting our guns, which is going to attract more of the dead. So we are going to pull this up. Bam. It is now at threat level 2, which means we're going to roll random swarm size. Okay, apparently it's a very, very big swarm. It's going to be swarm size 5. So let's grab that really quick. Okay, so we see a bunch of these undead coming out from nearby areas. Now, luckily, the guy is dead. When he dies, because of our talent, we get to relieve our stress 1. We've killed a threat. Our eye on the ball, we relieve stress whenever an enemy or threat is defeated or overcome. He's defeated and overcome. So, he's dead. So, we are going to go into the shed, and we're just going to roll 1 dice this time if there's any tools in the shed. There are some tools in the shed. Or some supplies in the shed, we'll say. There's supplies in the shed. I think that we're just going to roll we're going to roll twice and take the lower number, and that's how many times we'll roll on the scavenging table. Wow, 5. So we're going to roll on the scavenging table to try and see. So we're going to roll 5 times and see what else is in here. So it's going to be 123, which is an amnesty report about the harassment of an ethnic minority printed on loose papers. So, not anything helpful. That was our first roll. 426 is going to be a big jar of honey, so 1 ration. Let me make a note of that. 1 ration. Then we're going to roll again. 652 is a stiletto, so a knife. Cool. We're going to roll again. 466, which is going to be half a horse smoked. So 14 rations. So apparently there was a different one here. There was another horse here, and apparently this guy has been eating them. So we've got 1 more roll. 316. A goldfish in water, which is 1 ration worth of stuff. I think we're going to leave the goldfish. Wow, we found a lot of animals here. 2 horses, a parrot, a cat that this guy had, and a goldfish in a water jar. This is weird. I mean, I guess it's a farm, E-I-E-I-O over here for old McDonald, but very strange. Okay. Goldfish in a jar. Okay. We're going to do one other thing. So we have time. We're going to do a survival check in this. We're just going to do 1 for us, I think. I don't think we're going to roll for everybody looking. We're just going to do 1 for us. Because I think that'll be better. So we get a roll 6. We are no longer stressed. We don't have to worry about that. Actually, tell you what. We'll add 1 for each of the other 2 helping us. There we go. Excuse me. This is looking for additional, hidden items in the shed. We got 2 successes, so we'll roll 2 more times on the table. 320 or 312 will do. Let's see what 312 is. 312 is a kitten on a stick worth 1 ration. That's depressing. There's a lot of rations in here, though. So maybe the cat was fighting with his cat. He didn't like that. 521 is the other one. 521 is a submachine gun. That's nice. Submachine gun. Okay, cool. So we found a lot of stuff here. Now we're going to head over to the stables, I think. So we head over to the stables, and we're gonna roll double high. Are there like saddles and all the gear that we need to saddle up these 2 horses? No, there isn't any. All right, so I would say there's probably like some rope at the very least, like halters. So we'll say there's at least halters, but basically just enough to like tie up the horses. And I think what we're gonna do is, I think let me see what our villa says. It does have our haven does have a manicured lawn that we could use to feed these horses. Let me see how far a horse can travel in a day. It's going to be over in vehicles. I hope it's 2. If it's 2, I think we can take the horse with. Okay, here we go. Horse gives us +2 to maneuverability. Okay, that stuff doesn't really matter. Needs to be fed, easily scared. That's true. There should be like a how far it can travel in a day. Because I know for a vehicle, like a car, it's 5 squares in a day. Vehicle movement? Oh no, this is all in combat. I'm in the wrong section. Hold on. I think I have it in my notes here. Here we go. Travel with a horse. They can travel 2 sectors per day. So we could take both of these horses back to our haven. Ooh. Okay, here's what we're going to say. All right, we are going to have to calm the horses down. So we're going to do, I think we're going to do like maybe we do a survival or like a force roll maybe against the horse. I don't know, because this is one nice thing about D&D. You just use animal handling. This one, it's like, how do you represent like you trying to calm down a horse? So I think what we do, we get the couple of harnesses, and we're gonna try and like chill the horses out. I think maybe we do a stealth roll. No, because we're not trying to sneak up on the horde. I think we'll do a survival. I think survival is probably like, I guess you could do maybe like leadership or manipulation technically. I think those are probably better. Yeah, let's do those. So we'll do a leadership role, and we're going to have Daniel do it because Daniel's trained in it. Oh, and he's trained in manipulation. So we'll have him roll leadership. So we're like, okay, Daniel, hop in there, try and calm those horses down. So if he gets a success, he calms the horses. Boom. Horses are calm, no problem. So we hop in, we're able to get them on halters, and we take them over to the truck. Then we're going to load up all of the gear that we have. So we load it up. We've got all this stuff that we're taking from the farmhouse. We've got like a total of, let's see here, 23 rations. thanks to the half a smoked horse. We're not going to take the fake mustache with us, I don't think. And I think we are going to. I think we're gonna. We'll tell you what we can do is we'll tie the two horses to the truck, and we'll have Nicole and Daniel take the truck, and they'll drive the truck back to the Haven, and we are going to hop on the tractor, and we're going to drive the tractor back to the Haven. And then we also are taking the rifle, the submachine gun, the extra knife, warm clothes. Okay, let's do another check. Let's see, what else did the guy have? I didn't write down what he had. Luke McGowan. He had a hunting rifle, so we actually find a total of 2 rifles. This is actually a pretty good haul for us. So we find 2 rifles total then. A shovel, a knife. So 2 knives as well. 2 knives, a shovel. Let's see what else he has. A Vespa scooter. Jeez Louise, a scooter. Okay, let's roll to see what condition the scooter is. We're going to roll a double low because I don't think this guy would have stuck around if it was in good condition. So we're going to roll double low to see what kind of condition this vehicle was in. Go up to it, to our gear. That is not close to gear, I don't think. Vehicle condition. We're going to roll double O. A 3. It is broken and in need of repairs. So yeah, there's a broken down Vespa at the place. Broken Vespa. Okay. And then he also has 4 rations for a total of 20. So there's actually 27 rations here. And then a pet cat named Cindy. So let's roll a leadership roll. We're going to have Daniel try and get the cat. Well, actually, we have a dog back at the Haven. Maybe that's not the best idea. Whatever. We're going to try and save the cat. No. The cat runs away from us. So when the gunfire happens, the cat got spooked, ran away. It's out of here. So we will take the parrot with us, I think. So pretty much the only thing that we found that we're not going to take with us is the Vespa because it's broken. Although it's a Vespa, we might be able to load it in the truck. I would say you probably could load a Vespa in the back of a truck. We're going to leave the fake mustache because who cares? Actually, you know what? We'll take it. It's not like it's going to slow us down or anything. We'll take it. We got a bunch of kids. It'll be funny. We'll have somebody put it on. Maybe. Yeah, we'll take it. So we're just basically going to take everything. I think we'll be able to load the Vespa into the truck. There's not anything else that takes up like too much room. I mean, we got a bunch of tools and stuff, but yeah, I think we'll be just fine. So we get the truck, we get the tractor, we are going to drive. So it is our tractor is functional, but it's going to break down after D6 days. So let's roll D6 days. 2 days. So 2 days worth of driving is going to break down our tractor. Let's make a note of that. Two days before breaking down. And it has half a tank. Let me see if there is anything else here. So one thing that's really interesting about this tractor is we might actually be able to turn it into some kind of like a weapon if we fortify it with some armor or something. Maybe that's something we could be thinking about eventually. Because we will probably one day have to go against a tank. Well, hopefully not. We'll see kind of how the end game all plays out. But so we hop we hop in the tractor. The other two, they hop in the truck, and we're all driving back to the Haven. I mean, worst case scenario, we drive the tractor back, we drain the gas out of it, and we use it for the vehicle or for the car to get a little bit of extra driving with it. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. So we hop in, we drive off, and we're going to say that the tractor can drive 2 sectors in a day as well, I think. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't know that it's like great, but since there is no like tractor statistics or anything, I think that's just what we're going to do because we just are. Yeah. So we're just going to say that. That's the case. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we drive, and we're going to try and get back to the Haven. We're going to roll... No, we don't have to roll anything. We just are headed back to the Haven. So we drive. We get away from the swarm. We do drive faster than it in a tractor, even though tractors are pretty slow. Luckily, we don't have to worry about too much. So let's put the stress away. The threat meter can go away. That was an interesting session. So we make it back to the Haven, and we come back with a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff, which is pretty good. So we make it back. Let's see. Return to the Haven, earn experience, and take some well-deserved rest. So we're going to do... We'll do a Dearly Departed monologue next time to get some extra experience, because that's one thing we haven't really been doing. But pretty much I've decided that every time we do something, we're just going to get 5 experience. And then we'll roll to see how much extra we get with the Dearly Departed monologue next time. So we have officially checked that out. We are going to update our stuff. So let me see here. Let's go to our villa and do what other stored gear. So now we have a bunch of stored gear here that we got from this, the farm we just went to. So let's write it all down really quick. We got 2x rifles, 1 submachine gun, 2 knives. We got extra rations. So let's go to our challenge sheet and see. I mean, we got a bunch of rations from the last one, but now we've got a bunch of extra rations. So that's nice. We're going to just put them kind of aside. Warm clothes. Flashlight. We got a 2x toolbox. Let's see what else we got. We got 2 horses. 2 horses. We got uh, broken Vespa, shovel, goldfish, parrot, and I believe that's everything. Oh, the tractor. Tractor. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that we have at our haven. We have a couple of other things that we have personally stored there. We have some survival gear, our basic medical gear, which is ours, and things like that. But that was a pretty good session for us, I think. We went on a run, we walked away with some pretty good stuff, and luckily we didn't have to worry too much. Let me see here. Like I said, our haven does have a manicured lawn, which is great because I think that the horses will be able to eat off the manicured lawn. So we won't have to worry about food for the horses for a little bit, but pretty soon we're going to have to worry about that. And find like some places for them to graze or something. We also don't have any like equipment for the horses other than basically like ropes to tie them to a fence. There is a wooden fence around the haven, so that'll keep the horses in for a while. But maybe they'll escape, maybe they won't. We'll see kind of what happens with that. But that'll be interesting. But yeah, we found a lot of pretty good stuff. We got a bunch of tools that we can trade to the people in the bunker, which I think is great because they needed it. If I remember correctly. Let's see here. The bunker people need weapons eventually, information, and tools. Yeah. So, and we also found 2 rifles and a submachine gun. So we do have quite a few extra weapons now, which is great as well. So we can give John, he can use a rifle. I think we have quite a bit of ammunition as well. Yeah, we've got a medium amount of ammunition. So, I mean, we're doing pretty good. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do some more streaming for this game. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you enjoy this. If you do, like, follow or whatever, or subscribe. Let me know what would make it more entertaining for you, or if there's anything that you want to know about it. But, yeah, thanks for joining me. This was fun. I've enjoyed it, and have a great one. Thanks.